guys, welcome back to Let's Play Sly 2. Today's episode is a little bit different. I mean, it's not different for you guys. It's probably just a normal episode of Sly 2, but for me it's a little bit different. Today's episode, rather than being a legit I wanted to record today's episode is like a test, simply because I had altered my recording studio a little bit, and I need to test it, make sure it still works. I thought best way, record some new episodes of Sly 2. The day after I recorded the other one, the last one. Whatever, I don't care. We don't need coins, so I'm not gonna get in fights. We got all the bottles last episode, we got all the treasures last episode. We have 100% of those things now. We're in for the 100% playthrough. I got all the extras. There's still room for some, because we got the, one for the bottles, and we got the one for the bottles, and the one for the, whatever else there is, I don't know. What else are we missing? The one for the bottles, and there's one for a mission, I think. But we got all the others. I still have my pounce. Yeah, I do have my pounce. Okay. Oh, fuck you. I really don't feel like fighting anymore. I really at the point of the game now where I don't feel like fighting anymore.
My instruments have picked up large magnetic fields radiating from inside that blimp. If Arpeggio's already reassembling clockwork, that's where you'll find it.
Sounds good. I'm on my way.
Don't waste any time here, Sly. Get to the blimp and take some recon photos. To build a plan, we need to know how close they are to reviving clockwork.
Relax, Bentley. I've got it under control.
Well, yeah, his new recording studio is actually a little bit more convenient than my old one. I actually have cleaned up the spaghetti mess that was my Dazzle, took it all apart, and then put it back together. And how I was doing it before to get my controllers to my computer was I was like pulling my systems out and having them on the floor and shit. Now I have like a little table. There's only one system at a time, and it's just working much better for me. I noticed a little bit of the video and stuff seems a little bit better today too. So maybe I'm on a good roll doing this. What am I doing? What am I doing? Am I getting in a bad position here? No, I'm not. Wait a second. Maybe this isn't the bad position to be in here. I don't know how to get back from here if you come over here at any other time. So this is probably a really bad idea if you're not doing the mission. There's probably you can always like switch the game off and switch it back on again. But we're gonna break this thing. We're gonna crawl in here, and there's no entrance. It's a blocked off thingy. Sly, what are you doing?
I had no idea they could reassemble clockwork so fast.
Calm down, Bentley. He might be in one piece, but he doesn't appear to be, you know, alive. Let's stick to the format here. How about some recon photos?
You're right. We need to be informed to create a plan of action. Try to get a shot of Clockwork's head, a mech egg, and one of those spinning magnetic inducers. They seem important to the procedure, but stay away from the guards. If you get detected, we won't have time for a second chance.
Oh boy. So yeah, Clockwork looks like he's together already. Wow, good job, Arpeggio. Arpeggio. I'm gonna call him that just to be a dick. What we got here? We got down here. We got these eggs we can look at here. So I guess he's trying to like breed Clockwork. I don't know about you guys, but if there's anything this reminds me of, this reminds me of that. God damn it.
From inside those mech eggs, I wouldn't get too close.
I remember, this actually reminds me of that one room in Jak and Daxter, the first game, with the spider cave or whatever. If anyone knows what I'm talking about. I haven't played that game in a long time, but that is a great game. I need to play that again. I just haven't played it on my own in a long time. I love Jak and Daxter. That is a great game. So we got these guards. I don't know what they're all about, but they got things, it seems. Well, I can't pick them yet, so... Let's get on this thing and do this here. This is like one of the hardest recon missions. I like the recon missions. Actually, I know a lot of people like the recon missions. It's a good touch to the Sly Cooper games. I'm glad they kept it in Sly 4. I was concerned they were going to remove recon missions, but they didn't, and I'm really happy they didn't.
These magnetic inducers seem to be holding the clockwork parts together.
Oh, is this one of them? This rooms in that dark. What am I saying? It's pretty decent. I think The reason my game was so dark a while back was actually my dazzle, not the game itself. Get that. No, yeah, I think I literally was being stupid, so excuse me. Who's that back there? That's Neela. And there's Neela in there. What? That was like arpeggio right there. That's like his little robotic. What is with arpeggio and that robotic? I keep calling arpeggio. I know his name's arpeggio. It's that one Canadian dude in the game. Arpeggio.
Appears completely inanimate. We still might have a chance. Sly, I'm detecting voices from the front of the blimp. I think it's arpeggio.
This actually is more than just recon.
Neela's here too.
Okay, kind of like. What are we doing here? Oh, again, picture of Arpeggio and Neela, it seems.
There he is, the mastermind behind this blimp and the source of all our problems.
Well, Arpeggio is like the leader of the Fiendish Five, so I guess he was kind of the Fiendish Five. Fiendish Five! I mean the Claw Gang, so I guess he was kind of like the bad guy all along.
I can't believe it. She must have been working with Arpeggio all along. I don't need to study those photos to see the writing on the wall. Clearly, Neela and Arpeggio have conspired together to rebuild Clockwork. And it looks like they're dangerously close to realizing their goal.
Look, Bentley, I know it's not your style, but I need a quick plan of attack. Try to think of a way, any way, to stop Clockwork from getting reassembled.
Well, those magnetic inducers seem to be holding the parts together. If you reverse their polarity, it should pull Clockwork apart. Unfortunately, the inducer speed control station is locked down tight. Pickpocket keys for the 4 patrolling guards to get at it. Then you'll need to manually reverse the polarity of each inducer deck at the top of their rotation.
Consider it done.
You know, I'm starting to think that maybe it would have been a better idea to leave the Clockwork parts alone. I mean, they weren't doing that bad of things. Like, I know Rajan was using them to produce illegal spices, and I know Contessa was hypnotizing people with them. And I guess John Bassan was transporting the illegal spices and using the claws to chop down entire forests, and Dimitri was counterfeiting with them. You know what? This is a horrible idea, excuse me. But no, I'm serious though. At some point, I do feel like it would have been better had the clock. I guess they wouldn't really hurt nobody. Like, they wouldn't have hurt. Well, I guess they would have hurt a lot of people. Excuse me. I'm stupid. But like, Arpeggio is the one. It seems like he's been doing something dangerous with them. I mean, I guess everyone's doing something wrong, but I mean, except John Bassan's trains wouldn't hurt anybody, and Dimitri's wouldn't hurt anybody. He'd eventually get caught by the police. But I mean, Dimitri can't go forever without getting caught. You know how it is. But and Rajan using the wings, I see nothing wrong with that. And honestly, if they would have never stolen Rajan's wings, Arpeggio would never have the wings, and this would not work. Like, it'd be a Clockwork with no wings, and that'd be a horrible idea, just saying. They wouldn't do anything if they didn't have wings. Can I, like, kill him? Wait a second. Oh, I can kill them. Wait a second. Well, wait a second here. That sheds some new light in the game here. Well, I guess there's nobody there. I mean, I couldn't see him. I mean, he wasn't exactly in my light, so he probably isn't there anymore. These guys are... I think flashlight guards are the epitome of stupid AI. Oh, no, I think flashlight guards, I mean, I understand why they're like this. They're really strong guards. They're probably obviously supposed to be the hardest ones to get to, but... Like, how blind do you have to be that only a light... I guess night blindness is there's a real mental disorder called night blind. and like you need like so much light, or else you'll actually go blind. It's a real thing. And I mean, if these guards are night blind,
They should have slowed down those spinning engines.
there we are. I mean, I guess if Arpeggios, if anyone's guards were all night blind, except Sly 1 too, if they were all night blind, they probably wouldn't be able to see unless they used their flashlights. So I guess that makes sense. But I mean, like, the first level of Rajan, John Bassan's mugshots in the first game, I mean, their guards must be really badly night blind if that's the case, because it's daytime in their levels. And they'd be able to see if that was the case. This was a very easy mission, by the way. For this level.
Booster decks are spinning slower. Get up there and reverse the polarity of each deck.
Oh, is this the one that I think it is? Remember I said this is an easy mission? Excuse me. That's all I'm going to say. Excuse me for calling this an easy mission. This is the hard part right here. So what we're going to do is we're going to climb up here. I need to carefully do this here. Wait a second. Why can't you get up there, Sly? What's wrong with you? It isn't hard. Just... Oh, get on clockwork. That helps. Okay. And you climb up here, and you'll see that that thing goes by, and there's a little computer on it. Oh god, don't run too fast. And it reverses the polarity. Now instead of what do they call this? Magnetizing? What do they call magnet polarity? Instead of being a... Which one's the sucky pole? Which one's the pushy pole? There's a north pole and there's a south pole of a magnet. And how the polarity of a magnet works, I'm not exactly sure which one's poles, which one pushes. But the north pole and the south pole work together, pushing and pulling. And like, I know that the Earth, that's why the Earth has a North Pole and a South Pole, is because the Earth is basically a giant magnet. And in the way that the North and the South Pole are positioned on the Earth, that's what causes things to orbit around them. And that's how most magnets work. And I think all planets are actually magnetic by the size they are. It causes them to get like a magnetic field or something like that. I'm not exactly certain. But it's common sense the Earth does have a magnetic field. Everyone knows that. At least I think everybody knows that. I mean, everything I ever hear, oh, Earth obviously has a magnetic field. I mean, it's all over the place, but obviously there's some stupid people out there that still think that the Earth is flat, so we could be wrong here. I'm going into science. Science with CK97. Welcome to Science with CK97. The new series, CK teaches science. Physics of all things. Actually, I guess physics is the one thing I'm best at, but, I mean, you can't really get anywhere with physics, so I never really delve very deep into it. It's kind of like astronomy nowadays. You can't really get that far with astronomy, so I've never really delved that deep into it. It'd be really cool if it could get somewhere. I mean, I think physics can get you some good jobs, but, I mean, nothing that fun. I mean, it's not like if you're like if you get into like medical or something like that, you probably get like a really fun job. Or like, I mean, hell, even like non-scientific jobs like engineering and shit. Holy shit, Clockwork. Didn't do this in the first game. Oh, Arpeggio, no.
The magnets have been reversed. But by Jove, it seems to have locked the clockwork parts into place. Excellent.
No, Arpeggio.
Sly Cooper. Of course this would be your doing.
Ah, Mr. Cooper. No doubt you believed a reversal would pull the old bird apart, eh? But it seems to have had quite the opposite effect. I'm truly grateful. When fully powered up, I'll join myself to its circuits and be born anew.
All this because you can't fly. You're pathetic.
Immortality! Immortality is what I seek. The other Claw Gang members were much too short-sighted. They were satisfied using the clockwork parts to drive their various trivial schemes. But not me. No. I saw them for what they really were. The keys to life eternal.
So, what? You had Neela put me on the scent back in Cairo, and then waited while I stole the parts from the other Claw Gang members. All the while not arousing any suspicion that you were behind it all?
You make it sound easy, Cooper. I had to carry your pathetic gang through that first set of heists. I was overjoyed when Arpeggio let me toss you in jail. I could finally go after the parts myself.
Ah, but acquiring all the parts was only half the equation. Think, Cooper, what kept Clockwork alive for thousands of years?
He was fueled by his hatred for my family.
Splendid! That's right. Hatred. Putting his gears and wires together was child's play, compared with accumulating that much hatred.
You can't make people hate.
Oh, my poor naive boy. My meticulous mind has found a way. As your hippopotamus friend will attest, spice consumption makes you both angry and susceptible to hypnosis. The Contessa, hypnotist extraordinaire, devised a way to command people through the use of flashing lights. I've created this blimp to be a massive transmitter of those precise light frequencies. The only problem I faced was finding a suitable source of light waves.
The Northern Lights. You've been collecting Northern Light energy so you could hypnotize everyone beneath the blimp.
Ah, hypnotize those who'd eaten food covered in illegal spice. Thank goodness for Dimitri. Through his nightclub, he got the whole city to consume the spice.
You're going to Paris to unleash a hypnotic light show of hate. That's outlandishly cruel.
Cruel, perhaps, but necessary to give Clockwork his spark of immortality. Ah well, my new body awaits me. Be a dear, Mila, and keep him covered. Ta-ta!
Stupid Arpeggio. I double-crossed the Cooper gang, Interpol, and Carmelita. What made you think I wouldn't do the same to you?
This is preposterous. You're my protege, not the next candidate for my immortality. I demand you exit the Clockwork frame or...
Behold, Clockla is born!
Well, that's not good.
As we all know, things are looking grim. Neela has joined herself to the Clockwork frame, and the Union has produced Clockla. She's out and free to terrorize the world. This blimp is still in motion to Paris. I can only assume Arpeggio's autopilot will activate the hate hypnosis light show. If that happens, there will be no stopping Clockla. She'll be immortal. But we still have a chance. In her new form, she'll need to draw a lot of energy from this blimp's engines to stay strong. If we can disable the engines, that should be enough to weaken her to a state in which we can attack. Getting at these engines will require all three of us to work together in perfect harmony. We've pulled off some tough jobs in the past, but they were just the warm-up round for what we'll be going through tonight.
Oh boy, this is actually one of my favorite parts of the game right here, simply because of how complex the story gets at this point. I'll actually talk about it next episode, about how complex the story just got here. And it's going to be fascinating to everybody, because it's just like, oh my god, how do they think of that? But I'll see you guys next episode, and we'll go blow up those engines. See you guys then.